Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, coming at you with another drawing video. It is Sunday, so we're back at it again. And today's video, we're going to be drawing Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from Disney, but more specifically, Disney's Speedstorm. So I guess that Disney racing game that came out. Oswald from that game. That's actually pretty cool that they added him in. I like how they sometimes use Oswald Rabbit. Like they used him in like Epic Mickey. I remember that. I think that was the first time I've seen him in like an actual thing. But it's cool that they put him in the racing game. I think that's cool. But anyway, this video was requested by Edgy YouTube 321. So thank you so much for the request. I do appreciate it. And before we get in the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That always helps me out. Other than that, let's get our pencils and let's jump in. Alright guys, so to start off drawing Oswald here, what we are going to do is start with a nice decent sized circle. This is going to be where his head's going to be. And once you have that circle, you can actually get two kind of curved lines for his ears coming out here. Kind of look like antennas almost. And then once we got that down, what we're going to do is draw two circles here. So we're going to get one here, kind of making like a bean type shape, like that. And then we're going to get basically a line going down here, and then his foot's going to be right about here. And then this line's going to curve down like this, and he's going to have another foot right about here that you could draw with like two circles. And then you can probably get like two kind of big ovals for like where his pants are going to be. And then we're going to get a circle here for his shoulders, and then just a line going down and in. And then a nice big circle for where his hand's going to be, and then a line going over and down. And then just a big circle where his hand's going to be. So if you have something that looks like this, we should be pretty good to go. So we're just going to jump in here. So now a big tip on drawing Oswald is you want to really maintain this kind of round circle for his head. So his head's almost a like complete perfect circle. So keep that in mind where you're doing it. But if you, but what we could start out is drawing some crosshairs. They'd be something like this. But what we're going to start out doing is his nose. So right about here, what we're going to do is get a nice kind of big oval like this. And then we're going to get a little circle right here for a light reflection. And then you could shade all this in black if you want. I'll just do a real quick job of it like that. And then once we get that down, we could draw in his smile, which will be right underneath his nose here. And what we're going to do is just draw a nice curve line like this. And then we're just going to go down and then over and then connect it in right about there. And then we're just going to get a nice little curve line for his teeth, just like that. And that's all there is for the smile. Very simple, very easy to do. And now we could get in his eyes. So his eyes are going to be these two big kind of oval shapes. So I'm just going to darken this in. And then we'll darken in this one. And then what you want to do is do like a big half circle here and here on the upper left. And then again you could shade all this in black along with this one, like so. So now that we've got his face, we can actually kind of gesture in like his head a little bit more. So basically what I like to start out doing is kind of like with this crosshair. Right in the middle here, you're going to get like this kind of circle that wraps around his, or like a calf line that wraps around his face like this. And on that line, then you're going to bump out, and now we're going to just follow the circle that we have here as we go over and around and then in like this. And then I'll darken in this part and then go around like that. So you get kind of like his face. And then what you want to do here is draw. So you want to follow this circle, and again, this is the trick to drawing Oswald, is you want to keep this whole circle looking real nice and round. You want it to be basically a perfect circle going all the way around like that. So you get something like that. Now I'll zoom out a little bit. And now we could draw his ears, because his ears just go right off his head. So we'll start with this line, and it's basically just going to go up, curve over like this. It's going to go down, over, and then in like that. And then same thing with this one. It's going to go up, and then over. And it's going to curve down, over, and then into the head like that. I'm not going to do it in this video just to save time, but you would like shade all this in black if you were like coloring this in, so all this part would be black. I did it on the inked version. I won't do it here just to save time, because that's a lot of surface area to cover in. But once we got that down, we can kind of just jump right into his body here. So his body is going to be right about here. Kind of, we actually basically got it like gestured out here. So what you want to do is we're going to start right about here and just draw a nice curve line that goes down like that. And then we're just going to go straight into the belt. So we're just going to draw a nice curve line that goes across. And then this line's going to curve in and over like that. And then we're going to get his arm that's going to kind of overlap that. But we'll draw that in a minute. We'll finish off with the belt though. So the belt, it's fairly easy. What you're going to do is start a line here. And then we're going to go down. And then you basically make this like rectangle shape around his waist like this. And then for a little bit of detail, you could draw a line going down, over, and then down like that. And now we could actually draw in his arm kind of into his hand here. So we'll start right about here. And we're just going to go right into his arm. So we're going to just draw a line going down like this. And then we're going to draw it going in right about there. And then starting right about here, we're just going to draw a line going down, stop about there, and then just draw another line going down like that for his arm. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. And now what we want to do is connect these two lines with a curve line. And now we're going to just draw in his glove. So what you want to do is draw a nice little half circle kind of here. You could actually shade this part in black if you want to. And then what we're going to do is get another circle going around like this. And then on the edge of this one, we're just going to draw a line curving around like that for the wrist part of his glove. And now here what we're going to do is draw a curve line that curves down and then in right about there. And then same thing here, we're just going to draw a curve line curving in like that. And now for the hand itself, it's basically going to just be this kind of curved oval here. And we would see a little bit of the thumb. But with that being said, we're just going to jump into detail here. So we're going to get a pinky right about here. So to draw that in, we're going to start right here and draw a nice little curve line that curves around like this. We're going to straighten it out about here and then go down, straighten it out here, and then we're just going to go into this curve here like that. And then we're going to get the thumb here, which is just this nice curve line that goes over, kind of straightens out on top, and then goes in right about there. And then we get another little bump for another finger that we see. And now here, we're just going to get a curve line like this. So it's going to have a bump going like up and then down into where the pinky is. And then you could shade all this in black as well. And now for the last detail line here, you can get a line going down and around like this. And then you just want to draw another line hugging that for like the kind of design on his gloves. Like so. I know that's a little, like, it might have been a little bit complicated, and once you draw this hand, this is actually the hardest part of the whole piece, because the hand's just in a, like a funky, kind of bent way. But I'm going to erase, actually I got a better eraser right here. I'm going to erase this, and we're going to redraw it in so it's nice and clear, so you could just follow along here, and I'll just go over the lines. Curve line going down, up, over into the pinky. Curve line there, that's the glove. Curve line there, I'm going to shade all this in black. Curve line going around, a line there. Over like that. And there you go. And again, this is the hardest part of the whole drawing, so once you got this hand down, you're pretty good to go. The rest isn't too bad. So now that we've got that down, we can actually start drawing in his pants. So we're going to start with like his crotch area right here. And very simply, you're basically going to just draw a V. So you're going to get a line going down here like this, go across, and then curve up like that. And now here, you're going to get a little curve line curving inwards like this, and then it's going to bump out, and then kind of into like this bell shape, like so. And then here, what we're going to do is get a nice curve line curving down, going around like this, getting that bell shape, and kind of bump out right about there. And it gets blocked off by the hand there. So you should have a shape that looks like this for the pants. And now we've got the pants done, we can move over to the other arm, which is a lot easier than this one. So we're going to start right here with the shoulder, and we're basically just going to draw a line going down, and then curve it in right about there. And then we'll get a nice little curve line like where the bend of the elbow is as it goes up and into like his chest there. And then we'll get another line curving down like this. And now we're going to break this hand into two parts. We got the cuff of the glove, like the wrist part, and then we'll get the hand part right there. So to draw the wrist part, very simply, you're going to just draw a nice little curve line like this. Then we're going to go down, draw another curve line that hugs this line very closely. And then we're just going to get a line bumping out and curving in like that. This line will curve in like so. And then for the hand here, you're just going to get a nice curve line like this. You'll get a little bump out here for the finger as it goes down and in like that. And then here you just simply get a nice curve line here and another one going up there like that. That's this part. You'd see a little bit of it over there. And that's pretty much it for the hand there. And I'll actually erase and we'll redraw it in. Because I think the hands are the hardest part about this this whole picture. But if you can get the hands down, the rest should be real easy. And then we'll just connect that into the arm. And that's pretty good for that part. Now we will jump into the shoes. So we'll jump into this shoe first. So this shoe is kind of more head-on, and honestly it should be a little bit more over here for where the thing is. So I'm going to just roughly draw in the shoe shape. So we're going to draw a line going down here. It's going to kind of make like an L, and it's going to straighten out right about here. Then it's going to go up, and then over, and then in like that. So you should have like a shoe shape that looks something like this. And now we're just going to make it look a little bit better. So what we're going to do is draw a line going down and then curving in right about there. And there'll be another curve as it goes up. So this is kind of like where the bend of his boot is. And now here we're going to get a line going down. And it's going to hug this line until it gets to here. Then it's going to go up, over, and then down. So you should get a shape that looks like that. And then what we're going to do is just draw a line that hugs this line very closely, like so. And then we'll get a curve line here like that. And then this shape will just go up and then over like so. And then to draw the shoe detail, you can imagine there's like a kind of bend right there. So what you're going to do is start a line going up here. When you hit that imaginary bend here, it's going to curve over and then around like that. And then here what we're going to do is draw a line going up, then over, wrap it around, and then go down like this. And yeah, that's pretty much how you draw the shoe. Nothing too complicated. Again, I will erase and clean it up here just so it's a lot more clear. But once you got that like shoe shape down, it's pretty easy. Over, down, up, round. And again, this is why when you do gesture lines, I say this all the time, but you keep them light. So when you do like erase them, you're just kind of left with the lines that you need. And it looks clean, it looks nice, it looks like you did it right on the first try. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we're going to do the next shoe, which I actually think this shoe is slightly easier. And this one's going to be more on an angle, so we see it a little bit more. But what we're going to do here, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to get kind of like an oval to start off. So we're going to see like the top of the boot here. And then it's going to go down, kind of across. And then we're going to get that shoe shape here. And again, we're going to see more of like the side of it as it goes up like that. And now we can start adding in detail. So we're going to get a curve line here. And it'll curve in right about there like that. And then here we're going to get a line going across and then down and then over to the back of the shoe. And then we're just going to hug this line like so. And then we'll get a nice curve line here for the rest of the foot. And then this line is, whoops, pencil broke. And this line is pretty good like that. And honestly, this line's good too. And then you'd see a little bit of his leg here, just a very short little line. And then just like a little curve line going around it like this. And then just to draw the shoe detail, again, you can imagine there's kind of like a bend here. So we're going to draw that line going around that bend, kind of up and over like that. And then here we're going to get that like elongated like U shape. Like so. And yeah, so the last thing we need to do is draw the details in his shirt and like his pants, but that's fairly easy. So we'll start with his neck. You basically just get this line that goes down, across, and then up. And then you get another line that hugs that very closely like so. And then you get like a line that goes down the center of his chest there. You can put like a little bend to it too if you want. And then here what we're going to do is get a line that goes out here and then it goes down. And it goes down and then curves in like that. And then we just get a line that hugs this line like so. And then same thing on this side, except it's going to start right about here. It's going to go over, down like this. It's going to go down, kind of curve in like so. And then we just draw another line hugging that line very closely. And then for the shoulders here, it's going to start at the edge of this line and going to curve down and then over. And then, again, just draw a line hugging that line. And then one more right here. So it's going to go down and then over. And then here I'll go, just hug it. And then the last one for the pants here, you basically just get a line that goes across, dips down, over, dips up, and then goes across again. And same thing on this side, over, dips down, over, and then up. And then just like everything else, we're just going to draw a line that hugs it very closely. Like so. And that is pretty much how you draw Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from Disney's Speedstorm. I almost forgot the name of the game. Luckily, I wrote it down on the piece of paper over here. But what I'm going to do is I will put the sketch that I just did right up here. And I will put the inked version I did beforehand. And as you can see, in the inked version, I actually colored in his ears, so, and like the top of his head. So you can have a better idea of what it looks like. But all in all, I don't think Oswald is too difficult to draw. I think the hands are probably the hardest part, so try your best at that. But anyway, thank you again, Edgy YouTube321, for the request. I do appreciate it. If you guys have requests, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I make a how to draw video every Sunday, so just stay tuned, see if yours pops up on one of those Sundays. Other than that, remember to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps me out. Sharing the video is a big help too. Other than that, I hope you could draw Oswald, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.